Crystal Palace have completed the signing of Patrick van Aanholt from Sunderland on a 4.5-year deal. The defender has moved for an undisclosed fee, which we understand is £14 million. Van Aanholt is Sam Allardyce's second signing of the window, following the arrival of Jeffrey Schlupp from Leicester.
You like to bring players to the football club you've worked with before, who you think will bring something to the team that we haven't got, and Patrick's certainly, on my working with him at Sunderland last season, has certainly got those capabilities to make us better, and hopefully his impact is instant.
Let's get to Arsenal though, because this deal has serious ramifications for the man we've just heard from, Sam Allardyce. Carl Jenkinson's move to Crystal Palace has been delicately balanced for well over a week now. So how's it progressing? Let's hear from Arsene Wenger.
We are still open, yes, because we have many players in this position, but at the moment it doesn't look like something will happen.
Is the Crystal Palace move, is that dead now? Or is he still talking to them?
For us, no. For him, I don't know.
Would it be a permanent deal to them, or would it be...?
Yes.
Whether it happens between now and the end, I don't know, but we have other priorities first. So at the moment, I can't say that that's going to get done or not. We're still hunting for at least 2 players. Yesterday, I spent most of yesterday with the chairman negotiating in at least 5 or 6 deals to see if we could bring anything through the door.
OK, that's Sam for now. But when Wenger spoke earlier on, he also added that it's possible Mathieu Debuchy could leave, but they've had no offers. Meanwhile, Karim Benzema has been linked with Arsenal for a number of windows, and this window is no different. Wenger has been speaking about the player and was emphatic in his comments.
Because he's French, and maybe there are some noises that he would leave Madrid, but we, as I just told you, there's no need for us to buy any striker.
Everton look as if they're allowing 2 players to go. Alan, what can you tell us?
Yeah, that's certainly the case, Aidan. 2 players that Ronald Koeman is happy to dispense of. Brian Oviedo and Darren Gibson will both be allowed to leave the club. My understanding is that they've travelled up to Wearside last night and will be having medicals at Sunderland today. Let's get to West Bromwich Albion. Always promised to be busy in this window, didn't they? What about their potential pursuit for this man? Branislav Ivanovic has been the subject of interest from Zenit in Russia. Tony Pulis was at Stamford Bridge on Saturday to check on him, or was he?
He's a good player and he's done fantastic, but he's never been on the radar. He's never been on my radar.
So you weren't at Chelsea to watch him? You were...
No, I was at Chelsea. I've been recommended a couple of players at Brentford, and also the younger players at Chelsea. The Chalabar and Loftus-Cheek and people like that. Zuma were playing. Just to keep an eye on their young players as much as anything else.
So that's Tony Pulis, very coy there, wasn't he? Let's go to, well, let's keep it Chelsea, shall we, and talk about this man. Chelsea have made a second bid for the Celtic goalkeeper, Craig Gordon. We understand the offer is in the region of £4 million and was made ahead of Celtic's 4-0 win over Hearts in the SPFL yesterday. Sky Sports News HQ also understands that Celtic are preparing a new contract offer to Gordon, which will keep him at the club until 2021. The 34-year-old's present deal expires in 18 months' time. Now, that might have a direct bearing on this man. Of course, he's been at Chelsea for a year or 2 now, and we believe there's still interest from Bournemouth in Chelsea's goalkeeper, Asmir Begovic. Manager Eddie Howe has been talking about him this morning.
I'm not going to give you anything on that, I'm afraid, so I'm sorry to disappoint you.
And if it's not him, is there another target in mind?
As I said, we've been looking at targets. We've been looking for players.
In the goalkeeping position?
No, I would never say that. I'm not going to comment on individual positions.
Is that because it's unsettled your current goalkeeper?
No, there's no problem there. Arta's played very well. I'm happy with him, so no problems with him.
Not giving much away, these managers, this morning, are we? Let's get to Scott Hogan instead over at West Ham. Maybe they can do a bit more for us. Sky sources are telling us, though, there's a difference of opinion at the London Stadium about whether to sign this man, the man we just mentioned, the Brentford striker, Scott Hogan. The final decision will be left to Slaven Bilic. His current manager, though, Dean Smith, says that if he leaves Griffin Park, he'll shake his hand and wish him well. Let's just keep it West Ham for now. Possibly not one for now. In fact, we know it's not going to be one for now, actually. It's our understanding, though, that West Ham are keen to sign the England goalkeeper Joe Hart, but not until next summer. He's on loan with in Serie A with Torino. And this one that gathered pace yesterday, if we can find him, a man who's been at Old Trafford for 5 years. And let's find him now. That's it. Yeah, Sky sources are telling us that Ashley Young's preference is to stay at Old Trafford, but he would consider a move away if his first-team opportunities continued to be limited. There's interest from both China and from the Premier League, but Jose Mourinho said intriguingly yesterday, I'm not happy if he leaves, but he's the only player I'm informed has a possibility of leaving. To Southampton, where, in fact, Liverpool have signed plenty of players in the last couple of years, but Southampton look like they're getting close to bringing one in. Our Sky colleagues in Italy are telling us that a deal to take this man, Manolo Gabbiadini, from Napoli to Southampton is getting closer. The fee being discussed is worth £17 million in total, with Napoli inserting a 10% sell-on clause. Gabbiadini was, incidentally, an unused substitute for the match against Palermo last night.
Thank you very much, Aidan. Let's bring you more on the story that really has dominated this transfer window, though. Dimitri Payet completed his move to Marseille late last night. Didn't end well. West Ham have accused him of lacking commitment and respect and wanted to make an example of him.